morning, Children's. It's Wednesday, September 3rd. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see how many days. I have about 27 days left here. I won't lie to you, we're a little melancholy about it, but you know, it's time to move on. You actually start getting excited after a while about leaving. You know, you're thinking about your next destination. I have some friends down in Gardner. That's Gardner. That's a beautiful little pocket wife. Her name is Erna, and her amazingly lucky husband, whose name is Barry. Just super nice people. I think they kind of perhaps gave up on camping out up here anymore. Things change. You end up doing different stuff. But that's where I met them some years ago, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. And just lovely. We actually went down and saw their house last year. Beautiful. Oh my God. Ornate. Just beautiful. Oh, that is slow. I gotta take that out of low rates. Night before last, I tossed and turned all night, and I blew off coming out yesterday morning and ended up staying home and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And got some rest. Spousal unit last night. She tossed and turned all night from midnight to 5 a.m. and that's 2 nights without a proper sleep, and generally that just kicks my butt. And really what you end up doing is you put yourself in a situation where you're like, well, I'm alert, I'm good. Not really. You're not. So it's funny, I was watching the RC Sailors, and I guess I've never really known how to do a proper aileron roll. And it's nose up slightly and then roll. Well, I didn't get that memo. Remember, I'm self-taught. And I guess I must have known to do it because I was at some state and park with the puddle star and I did it. But anywho, I fixed a problem that I do not know how it occurred in my timber. Got everything squared away. I probably, most likely, if I had to guess, I had inadvertently, I'm lazy, and what I'll do is I'll take a profile of a plane and then just duplicate it and use it on another one. And I must have an extra profile on here for my original OG timber, which is different from the new timber. And yeah, anyway, got my settings screwed up. So got that squared back away. I will not, because I know I'm tired, but even though I don't feel tired, I know I'm tired. I'll not test out the short wing today. I did it once, and yes, it worked, and it's a completely different aircraft with the short wing. And remember, I enjoy how you say, the virtues of an old guy aircraft. I do not need a sporty aircraft. I have one right here. Speaking of which, our friends at Grayson Hobby have not mailed out my new flat foamy yet. No big deal, because I probably won't assemble it until after the 1st. And that's another one. I played catch up, but got a buddy of mine on medical leave, and he and I played catch up yesterday, and he's the one whose house got flooded in South Florida, and twice last year. The second time it devastated his home. He finally got it squared away 1 year later. I'm praying for them that they don't get this again. But we played catch up and look forward to seeing each other, and unfortunately, because of the obligations of life and not having a whole lot of leave and Then I got a brand new dog, and they have a cat at their house. So we're not going to be able to link up until after the first of the year, which is fine. You know, basically we hit the ground running. November 10th, I'll be home, and then I pull my rig right around out in front of my house. Don't empty anything out of it at all. And then we head over to beautiful Trimble Park. Now this is provided I get
20 seconds.
a spot, you know. Trimble is becoming more and more popular, but anyway, if we get a spot for camping out over the holiday,
10, 9,
I will
throttle hold.
I'll put the rig over there for 2 weeks, and then we'll kind of bob back and forth between my house and the rig as we bring our house back up online, if you will. I made a mistake this morning. I skipped snorting my nose medicine, and in doing so I am suffering. More blather and a piffle to come. Tighten up, the boss man's here. Ralph just arrived. Where are we? So yeah, caught up with my buddy. He's doing fine. He had to have his... No, hold on.
16.7 volts.
Okay, we're cool. Need to make sure this thing is working properly.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
Yeah, we both agreed it'll be real nice to get up with each other here in the coming weeks.
Low rates. Low rates. 16.7.
Let's do middle rates and see if I hate it.
Middle rates.
I don't know how the settings got jacked around like they did, but they did. Give me the creeps.
Volts.
This is the battery I tested with yesterday, so it may be a little depleted. Good. Glad I got the old man timber back up and running. Me and
16.1 volts.
me and one of the other guys were complaining that the servos are so fast that we had to dumb them down, you know.
Volts.
I'm a little nervous to use instant trim. There we go.
Volts.
Well, I'm glad everyone from overseas is safe back at home and the Chinese didn't invade Philippines,
15.6 volts.
as some had been concerned would happen. Shout outs, of course, the rowdies. Glad y'all hang out with me. It's really a joy. Shout out to McKenna for taking good care of the rowdies. Of course, Captain Crunch and your entire troop of ladies.
15.5 volts.
Con, Cynthia. Oh, and thanks for the gift. It was really nice. Cynthia and Gretchen, just lovely. You know, I cannot thank you enough. Cassie, welcome back to school. Josh, for putting up with all the shenanigans of life and being the matriarch of the Crunch family.
15.3 volts.
She's actually a beautiful lady. I finally saw a photo of her. Absolutely beautiful. Trying to get rid of that nose up attitude. I like a little of it, but not much. My flying buddy back in Florida, he used to be nose down. I'm like, man, I don't get that. It's
15.2
constantly
volts.
trying to fight you. He's like, well, I like it that way. And then later on in life, he would change that behavior. Yeah, I can tell I'm not on point. I'm not in the mode of I ain't feeling it, because I'm here to tell you, if I ain't feeling it, I don't fly.
15.1 volts.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times in life I have flown when I shouldn't have and crashed. There we go. Nice. So anywho, Eric's looking forward to me being back, and so am I. But gosh, you know, I'm going to end up having to sign on with a new flying club, as I'd mentioned. It's going to be Larks, Lake Aircraft, I don't know, radio control, I don't know. I forget what it is, but I'll be doing that, and when I get back home, I'll fill out an application, and somebody's probably going to have to watch me fly to make sure I know how to fly. I haven't had that happen ever, actually, either at my helicopter club or my last club. Not that I'm above it.
15.2 volts.
Why is she wanting to roll? It's beautiful. God, it's beautiful up here. It was 48 this morning. It's in the 50s now. We're just got stuff we got going on. Might go to there's a little vendor today. We might go to one of their celebrations, and there's some type of river dance I'm going to Monday evening somewhere. My wife bought tickets for. She'll be happy to get out of the house for that. Ralph's getting probably close.
15.1 volts.
Yeah, cool. Might try to fly one of everything today and then come on back out tomorrow morning.
Volts.
I didn't upload a bunch of blather video here recently. It was terribly disjointed and that sort of thing. So, but our club picnic is in the coming days, and it's also the same day that Sean, the other guy that flies out here in the morning, he's having one of their last season big horse riding events at their club that he wanted me to fly, and don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Let's say our
14.9 volts.
our club meeting is like the barbecue is like on the 13th, and also his deal is like on the 13th and 14th, and I don't think there's a whole lot going on that Sunday. He complained, but I might go out there that morning and see about It's Sunday. Getting some video anyway with my big drone. He's arguing with himself back and forth on drone purchase.
14.8
I'm like,
volts.
man, that 4K that is at Amazon is screaming. Landing! Your name. Nice. Holy crap, that was pretty. I never use flaps, except for on the water. AMRC,
15 volts.
Fergie. I don't know if you've watched my stuff anymore at all or not. And anybody else I might have forgot. Happy Wednesday.
Throttle hold.
Clear.
Throttle hold. Telemetry lost. Battery critical. Low battery. Telemetry recovered.
That's
15.1
swamping.
volts.
Alright, thanks for hanging out with me. Back in a few. Let me get out of your way.
You know what I did?
What's that?
I put that flap on high rate. On major flap. I thought I shut it off, but I turned the other way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I either fly at one end or the other when it's that bad, or you saw what I do. I walk across the way. It sure is, isn't it? Beautiful plane. Absolutely beautiful.
Missed the trees.
And you got above the sun. You get points for that, man. I cannot. That sun kicks my butt. It kicks my butt here, and it kicks it at home. I just wish I had all the energy and alertness I do in the morning and the evening.
Yeah.
I do not. I don't do it at home either. She's a beaut. I sent Sean a note. He said he's still sleeping. Yeah, it's a good sized plane too. I like that. I only have, I think, one plane that big. I have a 1.8 meter Icon A5.
Seaplane.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It scares the shite out of me. I have to close one eye.
Coming a little out of the south, I think.
Sir?
The wind's coming a little out of the south, ain't it?
Yeah, very lightly, and I mean very lightly. Less than 2. You could land either way. Yeah, them trees suck. Looking good. You got it. You're over. If you're landing, we're doing a TNG. Look at that flare. Just lovely. Absolutely lovely.
A little better today. Somebody's jerking all over the place.
Having somebody blather and cut your concentration helps. I don't know about you, but I tend to concentrate too hard. And I guess you're the gas guy, so you're listening for a change in the engine, probably.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out your conversion in your mind. Your finger may not know exactly where the placement is, but you can tell when that motor's running wide open. So I was watching you throttle back after a while, back to center.
That's why I like the ratchet.
Yeah.
You click it once, you know the RPM.
Yeah.
You know. This one is lighter than what we got set on the Spectrum, which may be better.
Right. You got that or no?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Alrighty.
I'm going to take that. I'm not going to be flying here for a few days. I'm going to take that out, get on the YouTube site.
Yep.
And see if I can get that kill switch.
Figured out? Yeah.
If it don't, it don't.
Yeah, it'd be neat though to see if somebody developed a kill switch for it. You're right.
The thing is, the last time I looked at it, they had it set up on the flap switch. Well, actually, you're supposed to use the dial here on the flaps.
Yep.
Well, that dial switch is too close to this.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, you're going to figure that, and pretty soon you're going to have...
I'm back. Let's go ahead and apply the OG timber, old guy timber, once more, shall we?
16.4 volts.
So yeah, my buddy and
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
my longtime buddy and his wife, I think I discussed who they were with coming out, Dale. One's out of the south a little bit. Yeah, they're kindred spirits.
16.4 volts.
About Ollie, he's amazing. We're in love. He's getting better each and every day.
Throttle
I've got
active.
like
Throttle
one
active.
scab on my arm left, and I will be done with the bites. He's still mean as hell to Ellie, but that's just how that works. But we're able to keep
15.3
him off of
volts.
her. She is so sweet. She'll just, let him bite her until she's moaning. It's just horrifying. She's so sweet. She gets her due done on September 10. And then while I'm there, I'm going to see if they'll trim his nails. He is getting to where he doesn't want his nails trimmed. And the same thing with Ellie. And I'm going to try to trim them without hurting them. I think that's what happened to Ellie. I hurt her a long time ago, and that was the end of that. Man, she shakes when I go to trim her nails, and does not at all for any proper vendor. She'll just sit there pretty as a picture for them other people. And it's a kind of a hassle when you're traveling to get that done.
15 volts.
There again, I need to cycle my slide outs. I might do that today. It's starting to creep me out, getting a little nervous about that. My neighbor checks on my house once a month, and he'll be there in the coming days to check on my house. I don't have telemetry for air conditioning, and I need to...
Low battery. Battery critical.
What?
15.1 volts.
That one cooked off pretty quick. And I just looked at it too, it was like 16.3. Huh. Need to keep an eye on that.
Low battery.
Hmm. Ralph says he's going to stand down the next couple of days. He's going to do some. He's going to.
14.9 volts.
Yeah, she's low. He's going to try to do some. We might do a hot swap because I'm a little more comfy with this thing. Tail wags. It's hilarious. I have no idea why that happens. AMRC, brown bears. Yeah, that's bad.
14.8 volts.
Yeah, we're fixing to have a bear season in Florida for the first time in a decade, and of course all the loonies are out, but kind of got lucky, and this is, I'm not being morose, it's just how it works. We had a bear attack just before the referendum, and that right there
Low battery.
forces an issue.
Low battery.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
15 volts.
bring her in. Yeah, this thing's together and it's flying well, so I need to, although it just, I'm gonna have to check the trim out here in a minute. Trying to get the nose to stop going up. Landing! My second landing of the day generally sucks. Not bad.
15.3 volts.
Let's see what I got for elevator over here. Elevator trim.
Trim center.
Okay. This thing has 14 trim switches and
0.2 volts.
drives me crazy. All right, childrens, I will be back in a
Throttle
moment.
hold. Throttle hold. 16.
I'm back. This will be battery number 3. This one, yeah. So I don't know. I might slip out here again tomorrow morning. I'm kind of getting in that mode. Like before I leave to go home. Excuse me. Before I leave to hit the road, I tend to shut down early flying. You know, like I want to get it out. You know, get that out of my mind so I can go do other stuff that's pretty important.
16.8 volts. Throttle active. Throttle active.
So what I'm going to do here is I just got through dicking around with my elevator. I need to go ahead and get it sorted.
Volts.
Wow, I got it exactly right. How does that even happen? You know, I did it on the ground. What? These things just fun me to no end. McMoyer, sand crab. I wonder what you're doing after the storm. Probably working your brains out. Imagine OT is part of that deal. Got a buddy that was wanting to go to the Outer Banks literally right after the storm, and eventually I guess he did to go camping. He must have got with the folks that run the place and they okayed it. Excuse me. I think I have the camera pointed wrong, but I'm going to get a lot of the side of the airplane. I should have canted it out. Yeah, should have snorted that nose medicine this morning. Timber. San Diego Ute fan,
15.7 volts.
George. Whom else? In the tube deep, the mayor of La Jolla. Timby. Ralph is trying to figure out which PA-18 Super Cub he wants from FMS. He says, I like the little one. I can put it in the truck and I don't have to pull the wing off. And the other one, I got to pull the wing off. And I said, we're different, but it took you 8 minutes to put a wing on. And I think that's in your head more than anything, that it's a hassle. I think having a bigger airplane is going to give you more mass and allow you to fly in the wind a little bit better. Plus, that big one has a gyro in it.
15.4 volts.
It sure does. And the little one does not come with one, so you'd have to buy another one. And I don't know anything about that gyro, but it may even have an oh crap button on it, like my gyro does. If I have presence of mind and I'm high enough up in the air, all I got to do is push a button and this thing will level itself out. As long as you got about half throttle.
15.2 volts.
Christ, my sinuses. I am so sorry, guys. But anywho, yeah, Captain Crunch, the videos were amazing, and I'm just so pleased you had such a great time. And I had observed that your energy is amazing, and the girls concur that you are a dynamo. You really are.
15.2 volts.
And I have to imagine that they inspire you, Like my young friends in South Florida, they inspire us to do more. Just like I inspire Ralph to do more. I'm at 100 feet. I see them black flies. God, I think it's just lovely. I love radio control. My buddy and I were talking yesterday about the virtues of being humble, and him and his wife are doing better than they've ever done, monetarily and in their careers.
15 volts.
And they like to give thanks to whomever or whatever is kind enough to let that stuff happen. Yeah, doing good. The thing's level. I need to take it off of the gyroscope and just make sure it's actually trimmed in the gyroscope. Sometimes the way it works is gyroscope will keep it trimmed for you,
14.9 volts.
Fixing to get yelled at. Alright, I wasn't going to fly this thing a whole bunch this morning, but I'm glad I did. I think it'll be the jet after this one. That prop needs balancing. I don't have a balancer with me. God, I have everything else though. Soldering iron, XT30s, XT60s.
14.9 volts. Low battery.
125 feet.
14.8 volts.
Ralph goes, that sun, I go, it's terrible. I said, but the problem I got is and he suffers it too. He's 20 years older than me, almost exactly. Is that all my energy's in the morning. And even with a nap, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, even with a nap, I don't have a whole lot more energy
volts,
at the end of the day. Nice. This is when I'm at my best. I flew the other evening. You might have even seen it in some of my videos, and that was the one where I didn't do my blather video. But
15 volts, throttle hold,
excuse me, it was nice, but I think I flew the sea wind is what I did. That little thing, man, it needs some lateral stability. And what you didn't hear on that video was, what you missed was that I do not have, I don't think, forward programming with my all-in-one. But I got a buddy that's a Spectrum head,
0.2
and that's Eric. I'll get him to program a little bit of lateral stability in there. My thought process is that I'm pretty sure what they did was they didn't want to give it a whole lot of lateral stability because it was going to be on a plane that is meant to be a
15.2 volts,
sport plane. I think I hear Ralph up. All right, back in a bit. Ralph is going back up. Sounds like a good time to stand down.
Well, I gotta keep getting my odd jobs done.
You sound like me.
October, it gets pretty cold to do outside work. That's bird hunting season.
Yeah,
My grandson's coming up a week, and that's gonna kill me every day.
good,
We go way up in the woods.
good.
He puts his truck places I wouldn't bet.
That's awesome. Now I'm the same way. What I'm trying to do is chip away at all my do list before I leave. You know, and today one of the things I'm going to do is make sure my slide outs and my my landing gear on the rig go in and out.
Yeah.
So I got to climb around up under my rig. But I'm going to do that after my nap.
I don't know what I've decided to do. Oh, I've got to take Helen for a mammogram. She's got they called her and said she had a freaking doctor appointment the same day.
If you had to go to a doctor's appointment, that would be a good one to go to. Oh, 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 oh. You got a little bit of grass for that one. That's pretty cool.
Come on down.
All right. Keep that out of the ball of light.
I just squint the eyes.
Yeah, I'm squinting my right eye is what I tend to do. Yeah, what a good looking plane. I'm telling you,
The handle's good.
I'm telling you that big PA-18 you're probably going to like because it's got a gyro in it. It comes with a gyro, right?
No, we're going to get a lemon.
No, I'm talking about the big one. Doesn't it come with one?
Like Sean's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, his came with one. He just didn't use it.
Okay.
So check that out.
I think
Make sure,
Max did too.
yeah, make sure I'm not wrong. Yeah, I never did look at the little one. But that's pretty cool if they come with a gyro. Yeah, what a beautiful plane. Giant wing. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that until now. We should get a piece of Velcro and stick a camera on there. But you may not want Velcro on your plane. Once you do that, you can't pull it off. Sean considers his a beater, so he didn't mind.
Yeah, he'll have it pretty well beat up in a year. That's the only thing wrong with them is to tear that wing root out. This has got the same thing, but it seems to be ruggeder.
Good.
I've hit the wing pretty good. Well, that's the good speed for that right there.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect. What is that, about half throttle? I'll look at your thumb. Yeah, just slightly, right at half throttle. Yeah, Sean was funny. He observed that Mike's plane goes faster, but he also observed that he doesn't just take the stick on the left and jam it to the top. That he tends to fly around half throttle or a little more.
Who, Mike?
Sean. He said
Well,
that
he's learned that.
he said,
never did.
yeah, he said that Mike, well, because he wants more time in the air. He said that Mike just jams the stick to the top and then lets her go.
Well, that's me. And I'm having a hard job cutting that 'cause these electric can't take that shit.
Well, what happens is you cook your battery out pretty quick.
See, I'm only taking about 40% out of them batteries when I fly.
And me too. I'm very easy on my batteries.
I got one that's puffing up a little bit, but it still charges. I watch it. Don't get hot.
Good. It's just getting at the end of its lifetime.
And those two I bought together.
Interesting.
I don't know, probably defect. They're Admiral batteries.
Which are a great battery, by the way. They're just consistently good.
Motion RC is getting to be a pretty good outfit.
I like them a lot. Yeah, what a beautiful airplane. I have a new one, not that, but I have a new Beaver waiting on me at home. Do I have a new Beaver? Yeah, I do, but I didn't buy it this season. I have a new Seawind to replace the one I crashed. Oh, here it comes. That thing is ball light. But I have a new Seawind sitting on me. Them scoundrels at Tower Hobbies offered it for $100 off, and I called my neighbor and I said, hey,
That little orange and black one.
the red, no, this is a red and white Seawind. It's 1 point, I forget, it's a big wing, not quite as big as yours.
1.5.
Yeah, it must be 1.5-ish. I already have one,
This is 2.
but I crashed the damn thing because of the sun when I was out there at my flying club. So I'm probably going to go ahead and rebuild that one, and if I can't get the landing gear correct, I'll just make it a water-only plane, which is what I tend to fly anyway. There's your wing. But yeah, they're scoundrels. Because that's what I did last year. I bought it for $100 off, and I said, man, I hope they don't do that. And sure enough, they did. And I'm like, hey, neighbor, can you take delivery of my airplane for me? Landing. Now up. Oh, here you go. You're perfect. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Flare. There you go. Awesome. A nice flight. All right, I'm going to... Have I showed you my hoglet? Not everybody I show my hoglet. Ralph had another successful flight, which you would have already seen. I think he needs the spring for the big plane. The bigger the better. That's how it was with helicopters too. If you wanted to enjoy life, you get a bigger helicopter. Now, you know, we have gyros and all that other stuff, so. Sweet little thing. I've broken the nose I'd say a half a dozen times easily with this thing. Just hell on landing. And you try to flare at the end, but you know, it's not a sailing wing on here, you know. Hoglet. I am having so much fun this season.
6 minutes.
You know, we got new blood out here, and Sean says basically it waxes and wanes over time, and I'm sure it does. But I've gotten more flying this season than just about ever, which is really neat since I've been here. Steve Flies. Used to be Steve Flies Loco, and then he decided it was a good idea to call it Steve Flies Low. And then he changed it to Sand Crab, which I actually like. I think I'm party to that. What I think I have on here is 6-minute flights, and it works perfectly. I'm done with the battery on here at 6 minutes, which is way more than I thought I'd get, because I think the stock battery you got about 5. There we go. Or 4.
5 minutes.
It would be nice to get a new fuselage for this, but unfortunately, I'm just going to break the nose off again. So Ralph is bowing out the next couple of days to do surgery on his radio and try to figure out a proper kill switch on his radio, and he understands. I mean, I didn't stand up to help him program it because I don't know how to program those radios, and the learning curve is just tremendous, particularly on a 15-year-old Futaba. You know, it was top of the line back in the day, and now not so much. So I got to figure out if I want to come back out tomorrow morning or not. If Sean's coming out, I'll come out. Maybe. Maybe. Oh man, I'm hoping for indoor sports this evening. It's supposed to rain this evening. When I get back, I'm going to take both pups for a walk. We walked, oh, I didn't tell you all this. Well, took Ollie out the other day and walked him long twice. And he was favoring his paw, one of his paws, and Sherba looked at it, and he didn't abrade it, but he irritated it. And we both agreed that we needed to not walk him so hard. He hasn't built up callus yet. But, oh, so nice taking him off lead, and he listens. And I'm working on pulling right now, earnestly. Just basically what you do is when they start pulling, you jerk hard twice, enough to pull them back, and then just keep walking backwards until they stop pulling, and then everybody stand still for a second, and then you resume. And the idea is to not, to quite clearly tell him he's not in charge of the walk. And it works. So once we get that down, and he forgets just about every walk, the first 3 or 4 minutes. Once we get that down, we'll go ahead and work on healing. I've kind of been working on healing anyway. But we have the advantage now of being home and having nothing but time but to take care of him.
2 minutes.
He's so smart. He stays at the top of the stairs. I might have mentioned this. He knows his name different from Ellie. If you say Ollie, he knows his name over Ellie. And he's just so dang smart and so dang cute, as my wife would note. Hopefully I got that. Make a nice thumbnail. A terrible camera I've got, and I won't replace it until it dies, so there's that. I need to just stop by Ralph's house and hang out with him. I am an intense human being, and I have a strong personality. And what I try to do these days is limit folks' exposure to the joy that is me. I think it's just appropriate. You know, leave them wanting more, you know. And the folks I can do that with, I do. Because everyone, my friends, no matter how wonderful you are, you eventually wear thin. That's why I have a unique relationship with my wife. We, by and large, and every now and then, what I tell people,
30 seconds.
every now and again, one may have to tell the other, you might want to take a walk. You know what I'm saying? But we get along famously, and I can't tell you that I have any friends of mine who I love now
8, 7,
that I can,
5,
all right,
throttle hold.
you know, spend 24/7 with. I'll be back. Okay, I'm leaning towards not coming back out tomorrow. And with that, we're going to go ahead and fly this battery out because it's so fun. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and I think I have like, 7% left when I'm done flying. Starting to get a little breeze action, huh? Yeah, nice.
Throttle active.
The nose is just tortured. Taking off. Yeah, you got to do it at about 45 or so. And if you got a little breeze, it likes it. So what I've done on here is move the battery back about
6 minutes.
a millimeter. It likes that. Oh man, come on. Yeah, so 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a long time. Long time for y'all. So where are we at? Looks like only a few of us are flying on the forums, or at least reporting what we fly. Captain Crunch had a stellar time, and they're doing the smart thing. They're already planning on the next time. Captain Crunch has some decisions to make in reference to his career. I think he already knows the math on that.
Minutes.
Love to put a little camera on here, but this thing is so tiny. I've had one on the old OG Timber, which I still own, by the way. I still have a OG Timber UMX, and I have flown it on the edge of the Mississippi River. I've flown it in Colorado. With my little SQ12 cam. Hoglet. Ooh.
4 minutes.
I did not know this was going to be so much fun. I guess once you kind of go ahead and you crack the nose off of it the first time, you're like, well, She ain't pretty no more. Let's just go ahead and fly it. Mine has been retrofitted by the guy I bought it from originally. I bought it used. And it has at least one, if not two, carbon fiber rods in it. In the nose. This guy poured epoxy in there, and of course he didn't pour it where it would normally break. This is also used. Ollie got to chasing his tail last night, and I mean, he was going about warp 10 and ended up getting dizzy and had to lean up against this crate. It's funny. Little joker. God, he's cute. My observation, and forgive me if I'm redundant, but I am old, is having one dog is like having one dog. Having two is like having 37 dogs. It's insane. It's a party all of the time. And like I said, we got smart. We have a baby gate in my rig, so what we do is we just separate them. You know, when Ollie starts getting nuts, and he does, he's a male and his little balls are dropping.
2 minutes.
He starts taking it for real. That play fighting. That one should be a good thumbnail. Yeah, it's funny, you put some stick time on and well, that's a good one there if I got it. You start getting confident. I won't lie to you, this morning I wore out and my confidence was low. Is there anything else I want to fly this morning, or are me and Ralph going to call it quits and go ahead and discharge batteries when I get home? Let's see what he's got over there. He's trying to learn his throttle cut. Yeah.
1 minute.
My problem is that unlike gas engines, is that these electric motors just come alive, like alive. They want to hurt you. I'll tell you what, after 6.5 minutes, you're not, done, but after 6.5 minutes, you're like, it's plenty. I mean, it's enough to where I enjoyed taking out for its second
20
round.
seconds.
All right, landing. Okay, I landed the other way earlier. Let's see if I can do this one without yanking the nose off.
8, 7.
Oof. There we go.
Throttle hold.
Awesome. I could fly the puddle star. I think Ralph's still here. Let me fly the puddle star. Zoom, zoom. Flying way more than I thought I would. Let's take the puddle star up, shall we? Do I need to walk across the way? I don't think so. Coming out.
Throttle active. Throttle active. Throttle hold. Throttle hold. Throttle active. Throttle active.
Now that wasn't good.
5 volts. Throttle hold.
Let's
Throttle hold.
hang on. I don't know if it's because it flooded or what the deal is. But that thing is going to get rebooted. Solder solder breaks. And I love this little thing. Yeah, it cost me like $300.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
Dana! I think my China Hobby Line batteries for this may be getting old, I'm not sure.
11.3 volts.
So, I mean, I went from 12.6 to 11.3 in just a few seconds. If that's so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with them Z batteries or whatever it is I'm buying from Amazon. They work wonderfully. Not mad at China Hobby, but
11.5 volts.
sure would. Yeah, it's nice to. You know, you're starting to get a little wind. It's nice to find a vendor that's good. Okay, let's do an aileron roll. Oops, that was incorrect.
11.3 volts.
Let's try that again. Okay, nose up. Ever so slightly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You know, I did that at Lake Catherine State Park in Arkansas. In fact, In the Tube Deep noted that I was doing an aileron roll toward me. I've been flying so much that I got good at it. Yeah, and just natively, you know, nobody's ever taught me anything. It's funny, I'm watching RC Sailors, and it's hilarious. His wife puts S on him that's just so wonderful. Ah, I love them people. I really do. They're just dolls. You know, Nathan's just a good old boy and trying to enjoy this life, and his wife, quote, doesn't do metric, which is hilarious.
11 volts.
Yeah. Yeah, you point the nose up a little bit and it works perfectly. Yeah, I'm a grown man who really isn't a precision guy about flying, so bear with. Well, that was not a good one. Let's try it again. Oh, that was a good one.
10.9 volts.
Virginia Barefoot Boy, you and I are talking back and forth a little bit. Thanks for sharing that lovely bit of information with me in reference to your family. I'm just jazzed for you. I gotta send him some dates when we're gonna be in Virginia. In fact, I gotta send all my pals in Virginia dates.
11 volts. Low battery.
Yeah, these batteries are dying. I don't think it's a Z battery that I have though. I think it's a golden black, whatever that brand is. Ralph's been hooking us up with cucumbers. He's got a big old garden like my father-in-law used to have. And, you know, I'm trying to help him with life. I tend to want to be people's life coach. And as we've discussed before, he's aging out, and I'm telling him, man, we got technology, man. Now he's got a DX6. I said these things have telemetry, they have gyroscopes, they can keep you in the air. He was complaining that his garden was too much for him the other day, and I go, Ralph, you know, they have Amish that live across from them, and they love word work, and they love Ralph and his wife because they can't or won't use computers, but they know computers very well, and Ralph hooks them up with stuff. They can use a phone for business, but not for pleasure. Anyway. they can make him a raised bed garden.
10.7 volts.
Yeah, that way you're not rooting around all the time. You don't want to be bent over.
Low battery.
So yeah, you take advantage of a raised bed garden. So you don't have to do away with gardening, which is something you love. I mean, just flat out love. What you do is you make accommodations for it. Here's your little wind. I had to fix one of those
10.7 volts.
vertical things that's on the wing. Toothpick and foam tack. Met a fellow out here named Roger, whose wife is from here, and he's out of
10.6 volts.
actually out of South Florida. But they come up here since she's from here. They come up here and they spend time. Real nice guy. Former engineer.
Low battery.
Landing.
Low battery.
Yeah, this turned out to be a significantly better morning than I thought it
10.7
would be.
volts.
I think we're going to call it all the very best, guys.
Throttle hold. Throttle hold.
See ya.